I noticed that we have three questions right now in the dialogue box. We will go to this one from Gila, and this we'll send this one to Dr. Sheehan, if you don't mind. Gila wants to know, how seriously do you take Reza Pahlavi's maneuvers in distracting the real movement for democracy?
Well, I don't take them all that seriously insofar as I think that anybody that's paying attention to Reza Pahlavi is playing directly in to the Ayatollah's hands. But the fact of the matter is, he is garnering media visibility. And that's why I think it's so important for organizations like OIAC to call him out and lay bare the lack of support that he has inside of Iran. The fact of the matter is, as I said, there is a viable alternative in Iran, and it's inside the country. You know, Mark, there's only one opposition movement that has an intricate network of resistance units inside Iran, and that's the National Council of Resistance of Iran. When you look at the monarchists, there are small pockets of supporters around the world, and they spend a great deal of money, much of it probably taken from their time governing that country. But the fact of the matter is, we cannot rely as Western governments on media visibility to rule Iran. Ultimately, we need the political will and the organizational capacity. And there's only one movement that has those abilities.
Thank you, sir.
Mark, if you don't mind, I want to add to that question. I think Sasha nailed it. I would say Reza Pahlavi is also doing the bidding for the Iranian regime by distracting the message of the real movement for democracy. I think, obviously, if you look within his inner circle, he's surrounding himself with former IRGC, people that are very much deep in the regime's intelligence. And to Sasha's point, he really lacks the credibility. He has no established record or even demonstrated any seriousness or presented any reliable or credible plan to deliver something meaningful that the people of Iran can latch onto. So I think he has, if you look at the message that's coming from Iran, if you talk to the people in the street, he has no credibility. He has people are as they're protesting inside Iran, they're saying, down with the dictators, be it the Shah or the Mullah. So from their perspective, Iranian people are not going back. Iranian people are not setting themselves up for another puppet regime. What's happening is a homegrown resistance movement, as Sasha mentioned, which is the resistance units with the National Council of Resistance with a very, very concrete plan. And that is what's resonating with the people of Iran. And so therefore, I would say I would not take him seriously at all.
If I could just add one point to that, you know, there was an interesting study undertaken by a late colleague of mine at the Iran Policy Committee a number of years ago, Professor Raymond Tanter. And he found that the Iranian regime pays approximately 350% more attention to the NCRI and the MEK than all other opposition movements combined. The fact of the matter is that after this live panel discussion goes live on YouTube, each of us here will be attacked relentlessly by the monarchist camp. I have been all summer. And that right there speaks volumes. When you've got a so-called opposition figure attacking the most viable opposition, that says that oppositionist is actually shilling for the mullahs and lacks the credibility to govern a post-theocracy Iran.
Next question comes from Azrael, and let's do Dr. Separat and Dr. Sami on this one. Quote, if external attacks on Iranians' nuclear facilities are not the solution and negotiations with the regime as appeasement, What solution is there to resolving the standoff over Iran's nuclear program? Dr. Separat, and then we'll go to Dr. Sami.
I would say, third option, which is supporting the Iranian people and their resistance movement to bring this regime down, will address the nuclear issue, will address the instability in the region, and will really put foreign policies with Iran on the right track, because at that point they'll be dealing with a non-nuclear secular republic that believes in coexistence with its neighbors in free market economy. So in my opinion, I think third option is the only viable path forward, because we've tried everything else that hasn't worked. We've tried everything else that has either come up short or has been ineffective or has failed. So this is the viable path moving forward, which is the third option.
Dr. Sami?
Yes, I echo everything Dr. Separat said. I mean, if you look at the history, as she was saying, all of those other methods have failed. They've been tried multiple times. And the third option, if you look at the 10-point plan that Mrs. Maryam Rajavi has laid out, if for anyone who takes the time to read it and try to understand it, who would disagree with any of the points in that plan? I mean, it's very democratic, very something that we can all agree to, and who would not want such a government installed in Iran? And so I would agree. I think the third option is pretty much, now we're left with that is pretty much the only option at this point.
Can I just add one more thing? I think also what you brought up was important. Is many actually refer to the 10-point plan as a Jeffersonian plan. I think this was something that General Jones, the former national security advisor to President Obama, was the first one who coined that term and said it is a Jeffersonian plan. So absolutely, I think it not only resonates with what we understand as the democratic principles in the West, but more importantly, it resonates with the Iranian people. So I think that's going to be the only viable option.